Hello, my fellow code toasters. Welcome to the final theory video of JavaScript series. This one is gonna make you feel like you unlocked level 2 of your development journey. The point where you stop logging stuff in the console and actually build stuff on the screen. Okay, so today we enter the magical world of DOM. And yes, it's not just about changing text colors. We are gonna manipulate the page like we own it. There I used to write whatever the topic of the day. So today we are going to see this, how we are going to do this. And this is just the very big basic thing. We are going to start from very basic today and we'll go till intermediate level, we can say, because I don't want to cover everything in one single video. Otherwise this video will be like 5-6 hours long. So in this video we'll see all the basic concepts and everything, and we'll implement it. We'll start making some basic projects in this video, and in the next video I'm going to bring a lot of JavaScript projects for you. We'll develop the projects and you can add that project in your resume and you can showcase that projects. So let's start today's topic, that is DOM. DOM stands for document object model. It's not JavaScript, it's not HTML, it's the bridge between them. Yeah. So what is DOM? DOM is document object model. It is a programming interface that represents the structure of web page as a tree of the object. Okay. It's a bridge between HTML and CSS. Sorry, HTML and JavaScript. DOM is a bridge between HTML and JavaScript. Think of HTML as the blueprint. Okay. The DOM is the live model of the blueprint in the memory. So imagine this is the house of your crush, or your, let's say this is the house of your ex. Okay, just I'm very bad at drawing. Okay, just ignore it. Just for the understanding. So here the room. Okay, let's write it down one by one. So here the room will be HTML elements. Now what is HTML elements? We are just going to see in a bit. Okay, just remember this for now. Room, HTML elements, these doors. Okay, let's say this is a chair. Okay, just imagine this is a chair. Okay, chair, these are the classes, and let's say this is a painting and these are the tags. Now you, the JavaScript developer, wants to enter the house. Okay, and this whole house, okay, this whole house is a document. Okay, this whole house is a document. Now if you have to go into any specific room, okay, if you have to go into any specific room, then what is room? Room is a HTML element. So you have to access that element. And how you will access the element? There are multiple rooms. So let's say you can, in your own house, you have to refer that, okay, this is my room, this is my brother's room. So how you will say that the identity of the room is that it's your house or your brother's house? So that will be the ID. Okay, so this is how you are going to access each rooms in this. You have to change a poster on the wall. Okay, then what's the wall over here? Wall are tags. If you have to change it, you have to access the tags. So just like that. So DOM is document object model. Whenever a web page loads, okay, like whenever you go to any website and just refresh it, then whenever you'll refresh it, or when you open it for the first time, or you open any new page, then the page loads. Okay, and whenever a page loads, the browser passes the HTML and turn it into a tree like object. That's called DOM. Think of it like HTML is the blueprint of a recipe. HTML is the blueprint of the recipe. Browser is the chef that reads it. Okay, then comes DOM. Yeah, DOM is the actual dish. Then comes JavaScript. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is the person who interact with the dish, add salt, burn it, throw it out, whatever. Okay, so when your code changes text, adds a button or shows a pop-up, it's changing the DOM. Okay, not the HTML file. Why is it called a tree? As I said, that it's a tree like structure. So the DOM is a hierarchy. It starts from one root and branches out. Okay, the root is the document. Inside it, it has HTML, head, body, h1. Let's see. So I have already created a file, index.html. okay, this .html is the extension of the HTML file. Let's just remove this everything, okay, and let's start writing it. Okay, so we always start with doc type HTML. It says that okay, this is a HTML file and it introduced in the HTML5 version, the newer version. Okay, so it says okay, this is HTML5 version, and then we will start with HTML. This is the first tag. You cannot like mess up its hierarchy. Okay, and every tag has a closing tag. You see, I wrote the HTML and the closing tag will have a slash, a forward slash. This is how you close the tag. Now, in whatever HTML you are going to write, it will be inside this HTML tag. After HTML, there comes head. And as I said, every tag has its closing tag. So then it will go head. And inside head, you will go with the title. Title says that whatever the name of the website will be, the title of the website. I'll show you. Let's write toaster code. Whatever I'll write inside this title, it will show over here. Like here, this index.html is a title. Same way on the website we are going to see. Now that's it. Inside the head, we write meta and all those things. We'll see those things later. For now, let's just keep it simple. Then we go with the head. Then we'll start with body. Now the entire website goes inside this body. This body is the main component of HTML. Whatever, like let's say you are going to write JavaScript, will be inside the body. You have to make forms or anything, everything, buttons, everything will be inside the body. So let's just open the body. Then here we will write h1. H1 is like heading tag. I'll just show you everything. We'll see every changes. Okay. Okay. I have like brought the side by side so we can see live. Let's add something in on the h1 tag. Welcome to Toaster Code channel. Okay, you see here, this is the h1 tag. Okay, welcome to a Toaster Code channel. Here the title we have added Toaster Code, it goes over here. You see, and there are multiple tags like h1, h2. As soon as you keep on decreasing it, its size will be decreasing. Let's add h3 maybe. Let's manipulate the DOM. You see, this is h3. H2 will be somewhere between these two sizes. Okay, so now this was the basic overview of HTML if you are new to this. Otherwise, if you are good with the HTML, let's just jump into our DOM part. Okay, so let's add like how we are going to add any JavaScript part over here. So for that, we'll use a tag, that's script tag. We'll use this script tag. Inside this script tag, we will pass a file. How you pass a file? You have to use src, script src, and we will use scripts.js. This is our file. We have already created this file, this scripts.js. So I'll just use this. And since both are in the same folder, okay, this both are, you can see DOM manipulation index.html, and this is also inside DOM manipulation script.js. Okay, so that's why I don't have to write any slash or anything to pass the path of the file. Okay, so let's just use it, and we'll go here and we'll start with our DOM. So let's open the console and I'll show you the magics. So let's just straight away jump in and do console.log document. Now where this document comes from, I'll show you. Yeah, this is the document, HTML document, as I shown you in that diagram. Let's see it here. What's in the in this document? This whole HTML is a document. This is the entire DOM tree, which the DOM, I'm saying document object model. This prints entire DOM tree, not HTML code, but the JavaScript object version of it. You will see head, body, title, everything over here. See this. This is our head. This is our head tag. Here you will see title, Toaster Code. We have title inside head. Okay, you see here Toaster Code. Again, since we are using script, here you'll see in the script we have script.js file that is also mentioned. So now the question comes, why DOM? So without the DOM, JavaScript will be useless on the web page. It could not talk to HTML or CSS. With DOM, JavaScripts can read and change content, add or remove element, react to user actions like click, typing, etc., style element, build real world applications. It's like HTML is your ex Instagram bio, and DOM is the real personality, and JavaScript is how you deal with it. Like if you'll do over here document dot title, let's see, title is toaster code. This is what the title we have added. You can also do dot body, and you see this is the body part, this is the whole body. Okay, welcome to the toaster code channel. This is our h1 tag. Let's manipulate the DOM, our h3 tag. Okay, and this is the scripts. Okay, so like this you can see everything. These are like your weapons. You are now ready to grab anything on the page. Okay, this is how you can access anything. So now let's access this and build some cool stuff. For now, like we just grabbed any part from the DOM. Okay, now let's grab it and use it. Because if you have to select, let's say you have to change anything in the h1 tag. Okay, currently the h1 tag is welcome to the toaster code channel, but if you have to change it, then you have to access this h1 tag, right? Without accessing it, you can't change it. If the page is your ex insta profile, you can't change the bio unless you have clicked on it first, right? So welcome to the world of DOM element selection, where we use JavaScript to grab stuff from the page like a polite stalker. Now why selection matters? Because you can change text, change style, add or remove elements. Okay, you need to select that element first, and JavaScript gives us several tools for it. The first thing is get element by id. So for that we have to put some id over here. Okay, so for here, let's say this h1 tag, let's add an id over here. Okay, now I'll do main heading. Maybe this is, let's keep this as id of this one. Okay, so now we have an h1 tag which has id of main heading. Yeah, you can see h1 main heading. Okay, now what I can do, I can access that element using that id. Now how you do that, let's see. So let's say const heading uh, document. This is how we are accessing it, because this whole DOM is a document. Okay, so document dot, how you are going to reach over here. So there is a tool that JavaScript provides us, this get element by id. Document dot get element by id. Inside this we will pass our id. Okay, that main heading, this is the id we have provided here in this h1 main heading. We'll use the same main heading. Okay, so now I have this here in the const heading. Let's just console log it. Here, h1 id main heading. Now since you have this in your heading, you can change it. This is like selecting someone by their exact phone number, precise, unique, no confusion. So just by the id, you can also access someone by their class. Like let's add a paragraph over here. Maybe the first paragraph I can do over here. Let's add a class info, and you can assign a same class to multiple tags as well. Like let's do again another paragraph. uh, Paragraph second. Okay, let's add the same class over here, class info. Okay, now what we can do, we can access the class as well. So const paras equals to document dot get element by class name, and we will pass info is our class name. This is the class name we have provided over here. Okay, so we can access it, and if we will print the paras, sorry, my bad. Here you see p.info, that's the 0 and 1. Think of this like searching all contacts saved as crush in your phone. Let's say you have multiple crush, so you will get all the crush list. Now these are the tags h1, h3, p. You can also access them by the tag as well. Okay, let's do this. Const all, let's check all the p tag. Okay, all paras equals to document dot get element by tag name. Okay, and here we will pass p. Console.log all paras. If we'll print this, here we have 2. This is like show me all chairs in the house. Doesn't care about ID or class. No, doesn't matter whose chair it is. If it's a chair, just show me. Now we, one of the most powerful and very frequently used uh, query selector from the CSS point of view, that is called query selector. Okay, let's see that. So we have the p class over here, it's info. Okay, so let's just use the same. What we can do is const new para equals to document dot query selector. Okay, and here I'll pass dot info. Yes, here you have to pass dot. If I'll do this, console.log new para, yeah, we got p class info. This is one of the most used thing when you have to like style it through the CSS or something. You can also access it with ID class like that. You can also add over here all. Okay, this will return, all the matching elements. Let's say it. Yeah, we have 2 info. So this is like saying, hey, get me all people named Ria who likes JavaScript and coffee. So we saw get element by ID. This returns a single element. Okay, then we have get element by class name. This returns an HTML collection. Then we have get element by tag name. Tag name returns it also returns HTML collection. Then we have query selector. Query selector returns first matching. If I'll remove the all from here, it will return just the whatever matches first. Okay, but if I'll add over here all, then it will return me a node list. You see, node list. Now what is the difference between HTML collection and the node list? So both are array like, it uses length. Okay, it it has 0 best indexing. Node list is static, doesn't update if DOM changes. If you have to make any changes you can make any changes in the node list, it's static. Okay, but HTML collections can change. So if you add new elements later, HTML collection will show them. Node list will pretend it didn't see it, basically selective memory. Now, so till now we are just talking about the tags, but we have something inside the tags as well, right? So let's print them. Let's create some list. So this is a shortcut. Okay, you can remember ul, then inside ul I need list. And how many list? I need 3 list. Okay, ul is unordered list, li is list, so I need 3. So if you will do this, okay, here you go. You don't have to write this manually. So inside this, let's add code repeat. Let's add some class name to this, uh, class name task. Let's copy this. Okay, if you'll save this, this is how it will print code it repeat. These are the lists. So let's go there. I know this page looks very ugly, but we are not going to see CSS for now. Okay, let's just focus on JavaScript. Const all task equals to document dot get, what we will use over here, all query selectors. Okay, we will use query selector all for dot task. And what we will do, all tasks dot for each. If you don't know what for each is, just go and check our previous videos for the array, and we'll do console.log. What I'll do, if I'll do items, let's just show you. Okay, let's just print just the items. If I'll do the item here, I'm getting entire list. Okay, but what if I want to print this code eat repeat? Then what I'll do, items. If you'll open the items, okay, and scroll down to this, you will find a really good thing over here, that is inner HTML or inner text. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll do item dot inner text. Okay, if I'll do this here, code eat repeat. So this is how you access it. Now if you have to like apply multiple things, or if you can add here like any if else condition or loop, based on that, based on any conditions, you can print these things. So this is how you use it. Okay, this is how you can access the data. But what if you want to change something, like let's add something over here. Let's remove few of these console logs so that we will have a clear console log. Okay, let's add a p tag. Let's give it a id equals to what, x. That's our trademark of toaster code. Okay, x analogy is our trademark. So let's let your x is saying, hey, I miss you, babe. Okay, you know she is lying, but okay. So the id is x. Okay, let's change it. Not change x, I mean you have already changed your x. Let's change the text. So what I'll do, const message equals to document dot, what I'll use over here, since I have provided here id, okay, pid, so I'll use get element by id, document dot get element by id. Here I'll provide x, this is the id. Now what I'll do, message dot inner text. Okay, this is, I just showed you what inner text means, message dot inner text. So I can update it as well. Since I can access it, I can update it. It's JavaScript gives flexibility to do anything. That's why JavaScript is amazing. Blocked, don't entertain your ex, never text again. See, it just updated. Blocked, never text again. Like let's add some. Okay, let's do this. Here, you see, it's updating. So this is how you can access it, change it, and just play with it. That's why it's called DOM manipulation. Okay, I just showed you, let's manipulate the DOM. This is how you can manipulate the DOM. All right, so now you know how to select element from the page. But what good is it if you can't change the story? If you can't turn a sad h1 into a motivational quote, or write a text from your ex into something emotionally healing? So now welcome to the DOM content manipulation, just like this one. Okay, here we will make our page say whatever we want. So here I've used inner text, but we have few more like text content and inner HTML. So what's the difference between so inner text is it reads write the visible text only, whatever is visible on the screen, that you can change. Text content is it reads write all text, even the hidden. Yes, you can put some hidden text on your website as well. Like people always does it, like they hide their admin panel or test environment panel, that you click on any button 7 8 times, then the boom, a new panel will open. uh, this thing only known by developers inside the like team, no one knows it. So this is a very common practice. Then comes inner HTML. We have inner text, then we also have inner HTML. It reads write HTML tags and text inside an element. Yes, you can change the tags as well from the JavaScript page. Like, let's change it. Let's say it. uh, so what I'll do, const heading. Okay, let's change the heading. Document dot get element by id, and I'll use main heading. This is, yeah, this is our id. So I'll just pass this main heading. Yeah, yeah, always pass it as a string. Okay, we already saw. Okay, let's just remove this for now. Let's see here itself why, or just, okay. So we have this over here. If I'll do console.log, okay, let's just print this heading out in our welcome to the toaster code channel. This is our heading, and by doing this we can even change it, like heading dot inner text, heading dot inner text equals to toaster code is let fire. Yeah, use this. Toaster code is, see, we just change it. Let's print text content. What is text content? Text content, it will show you a hidden thing as well. So let's put some hidden content on the side. Okay, like let's add a p tag, and id equals to hidden. Okay, no, this will not make it hidden. Okay, this is just id I'm giving. You can give id anything. You can put your x name in the place of id. This will make it hidden. I'll use display. So I'll have to use style, that is css thing over here. If you don't know css, no worries, just copy paste it for now. Here I'll do display and none, and if I'll do I'm hidden, let's just save it. See, you can't see this. This is a hidden thing. Okay, if I'll remove this part, style, you can see I'm hidden. Okay, but you can't see it when this tile display none is there. So this is hidden. Let's access it. P tag, or let's just go hidden tag, because we should always put the variable names meaningful. Don't put variable names gibberish. Okay, that's a basic practice. You should start from the very beginning. Variable name, functions name, these all things should be very meaningful. Hidden tag equals to document dot get element by id, and what was the id? Id was hidden. Let's just confirm it. Yeah, the id is hidden. Okay, so get element by id hidden. So now we have a hidden tag over here. If I'll just console log it, console.log, and if I'll do hidden tag, here we have the hidden tag. Now what is inside it? We can see it here. Shh, I'm hidden. Okay, this is the inner text or inner child will tell you. Or instead of the whole thing, I can simply do text content. If I'll open the text content here, I'm hidden. Text content sees everything, even hidden stuff. Now we have another thing, that's inner HTML. So let's see, we have this blog neighbor text again, that is in the message. Okay, so let's just access the message. If you'll console log this, console.log message, what are going to happen? It is a p, id is x. Okay, so let's access it. Const para, para is already defined, HTML para. Okay, document dot get element by id, And what's the id? X. X is the id, right? Now let's just console log this, console dot log uh, dot inner html. Okay, if I'll do this, I'll say blocked, never text again. So now what I can do, I can change its tag. If you'll see what it is here currently, hey, I miss you, babe. It's just normal tag. Okay, let's just make it bold. HTML para dot inner HTML equals to strong. Okay, strong is something which makes any text bold in the HTML. So strong. Now this is bold, blocked, and we'll close the strong. If I'll save this here, now this is bold, blocked. This doesn't just change text, it can inject HTML code, tags, span, image, anything. Because this is how you can write the entire HTML here. So there is a warning for you if you are dealing with user input or inner, let's say you have a form. So in that case, inner HTML can lead to excessive cross-site scripting attacks. Okay, so only use it when you fully trust the content. We have all three over here. So like inner text is what you see. Okay, text content is what's really there, and inner HTML the raw code inside. Okay, the HTML part. Let's say you want to add anything. Okay, like append anything. What I'll do, I'll just copy the same thing over here. Okay, and I will add a plus over here, and inside this I'll write big fan. You see, we just appended it. Toaster code is lit, big fan. So use this plus equals to thing when you want to add content without replacing the original, just like adding new trauma on top of the old one. Okay, just like that. Now how we can change things? Let's change. Okay, so not like this. We are changing from the code. Let's change it from the browser, from the web page. Okay, so let's add an h2 like js is awesome. Okay, let's give it id. Id equals to fact. JS is awesome. Although if you search on Google that what's the most hated language in the world, it will be JavaScript. And also what's the most loved language in the world, it's again JavaScript. If you understand the basics of the JavaScript, you will never hate it. It's really amazing. So let's add a button. Yeah, we are improving now. Now we have button on our page. Id equals to change fact. Change fact. So we have a button on our page. See, it's very bad, very ugly, but okay, we'll manage. We are not in the beauty contest anyway. So let's jump on to our JavaScript part, and here what I'll do is document dot get element by id. Now what is the id of our button? Currently this is doing nothing. Okay, change fact doing nothing, but here what is the id of the button? Change fact. So let's work on it. If I'll do change fact over here, now what I want to do, ask I want to tell them that hey, when I'll click you, just listen to me. And how you can do it, you have to create event listener. And how you will do it, you will use add event listener. Okay, now this will listen to us. Now event listener takes certain things in it. Okay, like here what I want, which event I want to trigger, and I want to trigger click. Okay, event listener has this predefined that if I'm mentioning click, that means whenever you will click on this button. Okay, Now if someone will click on it, then what will happen? For that, let's pass a function, and in function we will tell it what to do with the click. Let's change the text, like document dot get element by id. uh, this one, js is awesome. Let's change it. What was the id? Fact. Okay. Inner, what we'll use, inner text, inner html, or text content. So by default you should always go with inner text. Makes it even better. Okay, let's add the favorite emoji, and boom, let's change. Let's see it. If I'll click on this change fact, 3 2 1, dom makes it even better. So you have officially written your first interactive page. If I'll reload this it get back to its original one. Now if I'll click on this change fact, dom makes it even better. So you have just learned to grab DOM elements, you have changed their content. Now it's time to change how they look and behave, all using JavaScript. Okay, we'll not touch CSS over here, but JavaScript is great in its own way. You don't have to go to CSS. I mean, for now. Otherwise, avoid using this. Otherwise, it will kill you. Let's add some inline styling. Okay, so we have this button change fact. Let's make a new button. Let's give it id equals to style button. And what, let's name it style me. Okay, we have a button over here, style me. Let's bring it to the new line. Not that much. Yeah, this is good. Let's close this console a bit, and let's change the, okay, let's add a headline as well. I'll give it a id headline. Okay, hello DOM. Now let's work on here. Const headline equals to document dot get element by id. Which id? Headline. So we have the headline in this, then take the button as well. Const button equals to document dot get element by id. Then what we'll do, we'll add some event listener to this button dot add event listener. Add event listener will add click event. What you will do with the click, let's change the color. Okay, let's style it. So we'll do change the headline dot style dot color blue. Good. Let's give it a background as well. Headline dot style dot background color equals to yellow. I know it's very bad color selection, but okay. Don't judge me, please. Judge your ex, not me. Style dot, we'll change the font size as well. Okay, to rem is something which we use in the css. Okay, I'm not a css expert, I'm very bad at css, but let's just, at least I know basics. So let's see it. We have done this. Hello DOM style me. Let's click on this button. Okay, 3 2 1. Hello DOM, we just changed it. This, we just added css from JavaScript. This is like giving your DOM element a makeover with just one click. No Salon, no CSS, just JavaScript and vibes. This is JavaScript. This is pure JavaScript. This is not CSS. So, like, you can use any CSS property in in JavaScript, but you have to use camel case. Like in JavaScript, if you'll see, then background color is written as sorry, in CSS, this background color is written as background color. Okay, but in case of JavaScript, it is written as the camel case. All right, like in CSS you use font size, but in JavaScript you use font size. Got it? So you can use any CSS property over here, but you have to use camel case. Got it? Not this hyphen one. Let's add some image, okay, to our web page. Like image ID equals to motivation, src equals to uh, yep, I have this image in my folder. Okay, here you can see in the same DOM manipulation folder. I'll use an alt text. Alt text is like if your image is not will not load it on the screen, that instead of that image this text will be shown over there. Okay, motivational message. Let's give it some width, maybe 100, 150%. All right, and we'll close it. This is how you close an image, like any tag, without creating an extra. Okay, so we'll close this. You can also close it like any other tag, but we don't have to write anything inside this between that both image tags, so just use it. Okay, we'll use button id equals to swap. Let's swap it. Swap button, uh, swap image. So what I'll do is I'll swap two different images. Okay, uh, you see we got this image. Let's just reduce it with maybe 80%. Yeah, now it's okay. Okay, so we have this image and we have a swap button over here. Okay, swap image. So what I'm planning to do is, if I'll click on this swap image button, then I just want to change this image. So currently this is the image and I have two image in my folder over here, Leo copy and this new image. Okay, so let's just swap it if I'll change on that button. So what I'll do first, I have to access both. Okay, and I have given ID to both. Swap button is the ID of button and the motivation is the ID for this image. So let's just use both. Const image equals to document dot get element by ID motivation. Okay, then I'll use const swap button equals to document dot get element by ID, and ID is swap button. So we have both the ID over here. Now let's add the click event to our button. Okay, swap button dot add event listener. What will be the event? Click. Now we'll create a function, and what we'll do image dot, we will use image dot set attribute, and I'll give an src, just alternate tag. Okay, and here I'll give the name of the another file, that is new image. Okay, and I have to swap it with image dot set attribute alternate, and here I'll pass new image loaded. Okay, this image tag takes two attribute. Okay, this image should always have an src and alternate. Okay, so we are passing both over here from here. Okay, let's just save it and see how it works. If I'll click on the swap image, see, it just swapped. Here in this attribute, this src is here. This src, we passed this src. In this src is the attribute of image tag. So here I passed src tag, and then this is the value of src tag, and this is the alternate, and this is the new image loaded. Okay, so this is how you play ahead with it. You can go ahead, you can experiment with it. Okay, just do experiment on your own, because this is not going to do any harm in your system or to your brain, anything. Just keep practicing it as much as you can. Just play with it, use anything anywhere. That's how you will learn. So you are not just changing now that what the page shows. Okay, this is just changing a text. If you do style me, this is changing its color and everything. This is just swapping, this is swapping the image. So now, till now, you grab DOM elements, you have changed their content, you have styled them. Now it's time to create your own elements using JavaScript. Yes, you heard me right. You can create your own elements as well. Okay, just like you are building your own squad, one line of a code at a time. Let's do this. I hope you guys are understanding till now. If you have any issue, just put that in the comment section, or you can join our Discord. You can put your doubts in the Discord as well. Uh, and I'll be very happy to help you all. You can also reach out to our Instagram. You can just text me anywhere. Okay, you'll find all the links in the description of the video. So let's do this. Let's create our own element. uh, like let's my para. Okay, let's create a p tag, document dot create element. Okay, we will use create element to create our own tag. If our pass, okay, that I need p tag. Okay, let's create our own p tag. And my para dot inner text. This para is created in uh, JavaScript. At this point the paragraph exists, but it's floating in JavaScript. Okay, like that. You have created over here, but you have not passed it to the HTML page. So how you will do this? Let's add a div. uh, Div, let's give it a id container. Okay, we have a div with id container. Now what we will do is we will insert our this my para into that div container. Okay, inside this div container, let's add a simple h1 for now. This is div. Okay, we have it here. This is div. Let's change the size of the image a bit, and just now it's okay. So what I'll do, I'll const container equals to document dot get element by id is container. This is the id of our div. So what I'll do is container dot append child. This container, this is a container, this div is a container. Okay, and we will add whatever. This h1 is the child of this div container. Okay, so we will append another child to this container. And which child? We just created our child my para. Let's do this. And here this para is created in JavaScript. So till now we were like creating it in the HTML, this h1 h2 or p tag. You can create the tag over here. Okay, you can create the h1 tag instead of this. You can create this h1 and see, this is the h1 tag. Now you can create any tag over here, and this is how you can append it. Now let's see a magic. If I'll do this and like p my para 2. Okay, and if I'll do over here container dot prepend, here I'll pass my para 2. If I'll do the prepend, let's add something to my para 2. My para 2 dot inner HTML inner text equal to this is my para 2. If I'll do this here, this is my para 2. It prepends at the top. Okay, but this append child will append at the bottom and prepend appends at the top. You can also delete the element from here. If you want to delete any tag, you can delete it from here. Just use the id of that, and by using the id you can delete it. Like if I'll do over here, let's delete this now. Let's delete this new my para 2. Okay, let's create a new h1 over here. We'll give it id delete me. Hey there. Okay, it's just a temporary one over. We'll delete it now. We have it here. Hey there, let's delete this. So what I'll do, const temp data is document dot get element by id delete me. Okay, and what I'll do is temp data dot remove. It's gone. It's deleted. Gone, just like your ex after sending you a meme and never replying again. Now you know how you text someone and wait for them to reply. So that's you triggering an event and them hopefully replying. So in the DOM world, it's the same thing. You click the button, JS responds. You type something, JS responds. You submit a form, JS stops you, judges your code, then responds. Okay, this is event in JavaScript where we bring the DOM to life. So there are multiple events, like we saw click. The same way we have a double click, mouse enter element, key is pressed down, or mouse over, mouse out, key down, key up, submit. Like this we have multiple events. Like we just saw click, let's see some other ones. Let's set an input field. We have already just leave it here. What I'll do is I'll create an input field. Okay, input id equals to name input, placeholder equals to type something, and we'll close it. Okay, we'll create a p. Let's give it id output. Okay, and we will print the output over here. Whatever you will type, we'll print over here. Let's see it. Now the thing's getting spicy and interesting. Okay, let's see. So what I'll do const input equals to document dot get element by id is name input, const output equals to document dot get element by id output. Okay, what I'll do is I'll create input dot add event listener, and I'll say key up, whatever the key you will press from your keyboard. Okay, key up is like key is released whenever you are releasing a key from your keyboard. Okay, it will catch that. Let's see its key up's magic. Output dot inner text. Okay, you typed. By now you already know what this is. I have already explained it, used it multiple times. If you don't know, just go to our previous videos. Input dot value, and hopefully it should work without any error. Let's see it. Hey there. Let's I've just added this so that you can see like whatever it is, it's above this one. Okay, otherwise it was going too down. So let's see it. And now what I'll do, you typed currently empty. Hey there, how are you doing? You can see how this is live reloading this. Okay, hey, this is toaster code. You see, this is how live search work. You click on any search bar, and as soon as you are typing, it's checking at the back end, like you are searching for any movie and it's getting you suggestion real time. There are a lot of things in the back end, but this is how it works. Okay, we also just saw that how you can use the keyboard here as well. Let's create a login form, maybe. Okay, a small login form. Go to HTML page, and here we'll go with it's right here, form. Okay, in the form, let's give this form a ID, login form. Input type text, placeholder equals to username. Okay, button type equals to submit. Okay, login. Let's just save this. So we have a basic form over here that says username and login. That's it. Okay, we have a login form. Now let's add JavaScript to it. Const form equals to document dot get element by ID. What's the ID? Login form. Form dot add event listener and submit. Okay, we are submitting our form, and this is an event listener. Okay, submit is an event listener. Let's add let's pass the event. What we can do, event dot prevent default. What is prevent default? If I will click on this login, it's, you will say that it is refreshing the page. If I'll click, see the page refreshed. We have not done anything. Okay, we have not written this code. If I'll remove this just to show you, okay, we have no JavaScript code over here, but if I'll click on this, it is doing something. If like you put anything, do it, it's doing. Okay, so and to prevent that, we'll use event.prevent default. It stopped the page from reloading. If I'll add this over here, you see, now if I'll click on this, no, you see, no page reload anymore. But let's do something on click of this button. If I'll click on this, I'll do alert. Alert is like it will generate an alert on the browser. You will just see alert dot no, not dirt, alert form submitted. Okay, I'll do this here. If I'll click on this login, put something, click on login. Oh, sorry, my bad. Alert. Okay, now it will work. Form submitted. The message is if I'll click on this, you see here form submitted. This message is printing from here. If I'll do this, form submitted in JS, I'll click on this, you see form submitted in JS. So now you can go ahead and play with it. Maybe make a button that create a new list item on the click, like we just created lists. Okay, so you can make a button which just create new list items, make another button that deletes it, then make an input that show you what you type in real time, just we did over here. So if you can do these three things, you are 100% ready to build a real project. So if you made it this far, you are officially dominated. Now it's time to stop watching the tutorial and start building. Okay, so now in the next video we'll be coming up with lots of JavaScript projects for you. Okay, and we'll develop it together. So till then, like, subscribe, and drop your favorite DOM method in the comments. And remember, if your code is clean, your browser will love you back. This was your toaster code. Thank you.